Hey, good morning. This is Keenan. Namaste. So I want to talk to you briefly about training the brain or retraining the brain. You know, we're all creatures of habit and we get caught up in, the same mundane routines every day. And so sometimes when we discern that there are certain things that are potentially better for us, we have to make a decision to create a new habit, thereby to stick to it for at least, some say 20, some say 40. I say rather 60 days. Like do it for 2 months to make it an ingrained habit. And one of the things I really like to encourage you to do is to move, to wake up daily, and move and stretch. Like every cat in the morning gets up and stretches. So it's quite a brisk morning up here in Nobby's Creek. And so you can see I'm wearing my trackies and my beanie and I'm gonna move. And this would be stuff that I do every day. Is just, get on your mat. You don't even have to have a mat. Like just jump up and down. Start to breathe. If you're a boxer and you've got a boxing bag, you can hit the bag, you can throw your arms around. If you're a dancer, you can dance, literally just throw some music on and move. It's one of the best things to do to awaken the brain, to bring oxygen into your brain, so you can thereby start your day in a really positive way. So as always, for our online yoga practice, I'm going to start in a forward fold. Sometimes it's child's, otherwise it's ragdoll, just to help release the lower back. So 2 feet are hip width apart. And just initially, some of you may have your elbows to your knees. Others can dangle. But then initially you may want to just sway a little. Again, be mindful if it's too much. I've been up for a couple of hours now, so my body's already warm. You always want to make sure as you're standing that the toes are never turned out. Really important. Thighs are more or less neutral, so not rolling open, internally or externally rotating. If your elbows are on your knees, it may be now time just to see if you can start to let go. Often I overemphasize the sound of my breath to remind you to breathe. The breath itself should be barely audible. It's very subtle. It's called Ujjayi breath though, subtle contraction of your throat. See if you can find that smooth quality to each breath. As you're ready, you're welcome to halfway lift here. You're welcome to hold. But we're going to roll up as we exhale. So fold again and then roll up as you breathe out. Nice. Then reach up with neutral spine, draw front ribs in. And fold back down as you breathe it out. Good deep bend to your knees is useful for most. Good. Take a halfway lift again to inhale. Fold and roll up slowly as you exhale. Reach up, inhale. Fold forwards, exhale. Halfway lift now. Deepen this inhale, slow it. Fold and slowly roll as you exhale. 2 more now, in your time. Let's do 1 more. As you're ready, we'll meet in Samasthiti here. Good. So hands down, palms turned forwards, or thumbs rolling open. Eyes can softly close and just stand equally on both feet. Feel it left and right sides. Good, and again, let's bring some energy to the body. So little jogs on the spot, jogging on the spot, jogging, jogging, jogging. Swinging the arms. And jumping, 2 feet. This is the sound of my exhale. Good, and then land 2 feet, hip width apart, facing forwards. Ensure that your feet and hips do not turn. As we reach the arms wide, just turn to your left, bringing right hand towards the left armpit. Good, so you're twisting, but you're attempting to keep the hips facing forward. So check in if you need to check. Look, your gaze is otherwise over your left shoulder. Good, and then we're gonna inhale to the right side. We'll hold here first one. Again, just check in to make sure feet, hips face forwards. Good, take a deep breath in as you twist. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to the other side. As you go. Good, and then just let it come to a steady, come to a stop. Close your eyes. Come into Samastitihi, equal standing. Feel the energy in your palms and your arms. Really allow yourself to be here, present now. Check your toes to turn slightly inwards. Take a long exhale. And reach up to inhale. Fold forwards as you exhale. Flat back as you inhale, so tone the belly, maybe hands to shins if you need. Step back, downward dog. Let's spread the fingers. Good, and bend the knees here in your downward dog. Bend the knees deep. Turn your sit bones right up to the sky. That's the way. Good, take a long exhale. Keep the arms straight. Roll to high plank as you inhale. Roll the spine into neutral. Now, if your elbows are forwards of your wrists, you need to have your feet further back. Good. Check your wrist creases. Maybe they're slightly turned out. Otherwise, now heels back so quads start to engage. See if you can turn your sit bones back, but energetically engage your pelvic floor. Start to really find your core, that toning in of the belly. Nice. Take a long inhale. Chest is drawing forwards. Downward dog, knees bent, chin to your chest as you exhale. Roll to high plank. Inhale. Downward dog, knees bent, exhale. 2 more. Roll to high plank. Exhale. Good. Last one. Roll to high plank. And come forwards to lay down. Good. Keep the shoulders off the floor. Take the arms out into 2 stop signs. Keep the toes down initially and just keep lifting your chest off the floor. Keep breathing gently, slowly. There may be a bit of a struggle here. So find some form of conscious breathing. Good. Maybe start to lift the kneecaps. Maybe start to lift one leg. And maybe change legs when you're ready, or both legs off the floor. Option arms wide, arms forwards, or even reaching the arms back just for 4. And draw inner thighs up here. 3. Lifting as high as you comfortably can. Last 2. Good. We're going to press back to child's pose ever so gently. Releasing lower back. All right, and then just breathe here, rest here, stay here longer if you wish. And that's it. It's a short and sweet, simple practice. Develop your own, create your habits, and enjoy. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.